The acronym actually reached LGBDTTTIQQAAPP2S plus at one point. Wait, hang on, I have to look that up now. I bet there is someone that like literally says that. It's so stupid. Well, almost. There's a few bits missing. What is LGBTQQIAAPP2S? I mean, it was 2022. It was 2022. I mean, there's something from 2015. There's a BBC article about this. Like, why? The L and Q already falls under the G. Well, no, G is meant to be gay men, and L is meant to be lesbian women. Radio 1 Newsbeat's animated video guide to the meaning between LGBTQQIAAP. This is like serious. Like the BBC is like, it's not a joke website, you know? There is a website that explained each letter except the 2S. Fair enough. Listen, I understand the 2S. It's just that only exists in Canada. And was invented in like 1990.
In college are hard to verify, not just because she hadn't transitioned yet, but because she constantly either lies or omits details about this time in her life publicly, despite some details leaking through in various interviews. And after internet weirdos on Kiwi Farms and 4chan began targeting her during Gamergate, she's gone to extensive lengths to try and bury certain aspects of her.
How can anyone take this seriously? How does the government fall for such nonsense? I imagine because they think it might get them votes.
Past, such as the aforementioned racist outburst. But one thing is for certain, she came from a rich-ass conservative family.
Listen, we're in Britain, we don't have to say two-spirit because that's a Canadian thing.
Who helped her through every difficulty in her early life, from rehab to funding her own startup when she was 19 years old. From a story titled, quote, "Don't Mess with Brianna Wu," posted to Fiction Mania in 2006, she also mentions being able to have finished laser hair removal just 6 months into her transition, something that is prohibitively expensive for many trans women even today. I don't need to even speculate.
I mean, hair removal isn't actually that expensive. Depends on how much hair you have. But yeah, listen, Brianna's like rich as fuck. The kind of transition Brianna Wu has had is not available to all trans people. And that's part of why. There's lots of reasons why this, like, glorification. We need to see the video. Okay. And there's, like, that's one of many reasons why I really hate this, like, glorification of, like, plastic surgery. It's because, like, Brianna Wu can afford it. Lots of people can't.
Everyone fits in neatly to man, woman, marriage, kids. The term LGBT has been around since...
Well, no, everyone does fit into man, woman. Do you know who doesn't fit into that? Children.
The late 1980s, but in recent years there's been some additions. The first Q is for queer. Queer's an umbrella term. You might identify...
Yeah, you see what I mean? So we've got this acronym, which is an umbrella term. And then queer is its own umbrella term that encapsulates all of the acronym. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Queer is meaningless. I'm sorry.
With being lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, or any number of them. For years it was used to...
Why is it in the acronym then?
...to insult the LGBT community, and some still find it offensive. But others...
Yeah, so why is it in the fucking... Why is it in the acronym and some find it offensive? Are we going to put N in the fucking acronym? Because some black people want to reclaim the N-word. Are we going to put that in the acronym? I don't know, bro.
Have reclaimed it, identify as it, and wear it as a badge of honour. The second Q is for questioning.
Yeah, see, wearing it as a badge of honour, that sounds to me like fetishizing your own oppression, which I think is very toxic,
But others have...
Will I get copyright striked? Maybe. Who fucking knows? I don't know how precious the BBC are about this utter shit content that they made. Identify as an Apache helicopter, yeah. This is the problem. If all you're doing is identifying as something, literally what you are doing is the Apache attack helicopter meme. That's why I'm a deer, because I identify as one.
Reclaimed it, identify as it, and wear it as a badge of honor.
Even if I were gay, I would want nothing to do with this nonsense of the clown world. Plenty of gay people feel that way.
The second Q is for questioning. It's for people who are in the process of exploring their identity. They might be figuring out their sexuality or gender.
So Q is for navel gazing, basically. I'm currently navel gazing, so I'm part of the acronym.
Intersex is next. That's for people whose bodies or chromosomes are neither wholly male nor wholly female.
Neither wholly male nor wholly female. Oh my god, that is such a bad way of putting it. You don't become like, if you're intersex, the music, I don't fucking know. If you're intersex, you're not like 80% male and 20% female. There are differences in your sexual development. This is on the BBC, don't watch it if it gives you a strike. I'm sure it's...
They might even have a penis and a vagina. A stands for allies.
Yes, but they don't have like a fully functioning one or the other. They have a dominant gonad. And if one of them functions, you already know what sex they are. Sex is about your reproductive role. Like fucking hell, this was 2015. There was plenty of misinfo going around about sex by then.
Those who support the LGBT community. Generally they're straight, but not exclusively. The second A is...
Yeah, so like, the acronym literally encapsulates literally everybody except for straight people that don't virtue signal and or are actually homophobic or whatever. It's
for asexual, a term you can adopt if you aren't sexually attracted to anyone, not to be confused with celibacy. And finally, P is...
And that's like out of date as well, because now asexuals can be attracted to people, just not very often. Which I don't know. You have a lower rate of attraction or a lower libido, and someone like, congratulations, you need a label for that now. Amazing. I question this, so am I a Q? Hey, maybe, I don't know.
For pansexual, where a person is attracted to a partner.
Pansexual, that's just bisexual again. Like, we're already like repeating. I can see why P isn't generally involved in the acronym.
Because of their personality, and don't pay much attention to their gender. But this is by no means an exhaustive list. There are other words which people identify with, and some don't feel the need to identify.
This is exactly those with DSDs have been objecting to for decades. Yeah. I come across more and more people that get referred to as intersex and get referred to as like some mixture of the two, when that doesn't exist. You can't be a mixture of the two. Like, you're still one or the other. You might have some more traits of both. But that's not really how sex works. It's not it's not a spectrum. It's one or the other, because it's about your role. Like, if it was to be a spectrum, that would imply that the gametes themselves vary. That would imply that you can have a gamete that is somewhere between the two of them. Listen, I think they should put the N-word on the acronym myself. LGBTQIAN+. And then we need words for other other slurs. So you need cracker in there. So C, maybe another C for like Chinese people. Maybe a P for like South Asians. I'll stop now. I'm sorry. That's probably going too far.
That growing up rich affected Brianna because she's been open about it, saying in 2014 that her millionaire parents affected her upbringing and outlook on the world. She was given $200,000 to start an animation studio that eventually dissolved before...
Oh yeah, and lived off of rice and beans while making some shitty video game.
Producing any kind of product. If the aforementioned ad...
Listen, if this person has no intention of having any fun with this, then I guess that's what we're going to have to fucking be here to bring, you know what I mean?
For a model to pose as Lauren Malovey is any indication, the studio's ambitions were to turn Election Eve into a movie, and were apparently working on a sequel novel before there was anything even released, aside from the comic strip itself. The level...
Video is literally trying to confuse you by constantly flashing pictures. Yeah.
...of exuberant, blind, naive ambition would become another commonality in Brianna's saga. But that doesn't mean that Brianna didn't have something to show for her time in art, animation, and college. She has a long history of art with a, let's say, distinctive style. Now, I don't want to specifically make fun of anybody's art here. Art isn't easy, but I do find several things.
See what I mean? Like, loosen up a bit. Like, you're not here to, like, make fun of Brianna Wu a little bit. Then why are you here? Are we treating this like it's some serious thing, when Brianna is a deeply unserious person and seems to be the only person in the world that hasn't picked up on it, bar a few?
About Brianna's art interesting, particularly how she draws and
LGBTQIAKKK. Yes, we need the KKK involved in that for sure. Maybe an N for Nazis. Another N. We've already got one N. We need another one. I guess we're all done with like cloud gender, cosmic gender, and the other wild genders. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I mean, that's what they were all up to on Twitter before shit started like swinging back at them. They're all arguing over xenogenders and neopronouns. Like, most of these people, they're like unserious. They're like morons. Like, people can't get their healthcare and shit. And they're too busy going on about fucking xenogenders and screaming at J.K. Rowling. Blair said that non-binary is to trans as racial dolezal is to black women, a cheap impersonation. See, I don't know if I agree, because I don't really agree with like true trans. I've kind of acquiesced on the idea that maybe trans is just calling yourself a thing. And that's fine. But then it's like, well, then it's kind of meaningless then, isn't it? Like, a large part of what drew me to like so-called womanhood, which I cannot attain because I'm male, is like aesthetic. I'm just more honest about that now, honestly. Hi, Tracy. Hope you're good. Autism gender. Yes, that's a thing, yeah. Dear gender is a thing as well. But when I spoke to First Amender, he wouldn't acknowledge my dear gender, which I think is deeply transphobic. I should really watch First Amender again. He's fucking great.
And very